Our game, in the bottom left-hand side, our blue Terran player is Dream. And he's taking on the red Terran, who likes to open his game with proxies, apparently, or his series with proxies. It is TaeJa. So TaeJa comes down to the bottom side of the map with the first STV. Hey, what's up, Seagrowl, coming in with the 100 bits as well. Thank you so much for the bits. It's a bit crazy day. There's been loads of bits coming in the last day or two. Well, did I say loads, but a reasonable amount. So it's going to be 2 Racks Reaper, which is going to be focused on this side. So Reaper play is alright here. This is pretty powerful because it's very hard to scout over here because you got to come all the way around here. It's not very quick. And you can see that Dream is going to go and put down a second. Oh my god, he's going to build a second Racks of his own in base. So this is a defensive 2 Racks Reaper versus a proxy 2 Racks Reaper. And this is already Dream ticking all the boxes to put this first game in his favor. That is an amazing build order choice against proxy 2 Racks Reaper. Because now he's going to have extra Reaper production, right? Usually the issue is your first Reaper comes out and you're kind of okay, but then, you're outnumbered. That's not going to happen here. Damn, TaeJa's in some trouble already. He needs to micro his heart out in the next little while. What's even worse is that Dream's about to scout no Racks as well, so Dream's also going to know that this is going to be a problem. He knows what's going to be happening here, so that's also going to make life tougher for TaeJa. Yeah, SCV scouting is a big deal. Usually you kind of wait for the first, you can wait with the first Reaper if this doesn't get scouted, but obviously with the SCV scout going across the map, you know this is happening, right, as Dreams, so I don't feel like you should wait as TaeJa anymore. He is going to wait. I mean, he's still wanting to go with 2 Reapers, but actually, especially because Dream has 2 Racks, it's not really going to help him out that much. Let's see what happens. Now, as the 2 Reapers together, we'll move forwards here, and they're going to take a first shot as they go up. That Reaper of Dream actually, okay, doesn't get a shot off, does pull back. Now Dream has 2 Reapers. TaeJa's going to be like, well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? He loses a Reaper right away. That's just straight up a Reaper advantage that TaeJa's never really going to get back, right? Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble here, TaeJa. Now, the okay-ish thing for him is he starts a factory at home, he is on double gas, his SCV count isn't like super far down. It's just the fact that these barracks are out on the map. That's his biggest disadvantage here. But otherwise, he's actually not doing too badly. This is a 3rd Racks from Dream, actually. So he's going to go into an extra barracks while TaeJa will play into the factory. And that is a difference that could maybe make something happen here as TaeJa. Going to wait a little bit with these Reapers around that top side. Is maybe thinking about diving into the main. I think he wants to see if the other Reapers are somewhere else first, but when he doesn't see all of them kind of hitting the Racks or something, he decides just to pull back. He's not going to take any risks here because he wants to keep those units alive. He's going to be seeing him going in towards the starport now. I mean, now Dream does go in towards the factory. So he's building 3 Reapers at a time, going in towards his own factory. TaeJa will have a Hellion here to help out soon. I like this little position hiding in the grass that Fog of War cover can obviously disrupt a fight quite nicely and give you a bit of an advantage. A couple of shots initially. In fact, he's going to probably kill a Reaper here before Dream can even fight back. Yeah, he's going to get 1 Reaper really quickly, and 2 Reapers go down for nothing. TaeJa suddenly gets some momentum on his side with the faster factory. Already has a Hellion out, although by the time he gets across the map, he'll probably not do too much. Going across, you will at least delay the CC being built, so again, that's the advantage you get from winning that little fight before. That's a nice little positive here for TaeJa, as you see the CC even taking some damage. You can see he's almost trying to get the cancel on it. Anything you can do to delay that a little bit further. Drops that barracks down, but he's going to back away, and I think very smartly too, right? Because there's a Hellion here, and I think you can see by the Reaper count, he's like, well, I'm obviously not building Reapers myself, you still are. That should be a good thing for TaeJa because it means he's been able to tech up into things such as the Cyclone, such as the Raven, whereas his opponent's just building an army which is really good right now, but will definitely not do as much later on in the game. Now, Reapers have potential to deal damage, don't get me wrong, but it's almost a scenario Dream has to find a way to deal that damage, otherwise he's going to be in some trouble. Dream sitting out the front as we do have TaeJa just hanging around as well here. That's taking a little bit more damage as goes back in towards the main. And the Marine too on the way out. Again, TaeJa's getting all the information here though, right? Which is nice. He's got a siege tank. I think that's the big thing. The only thing TaeJa has to be really afraid of, I'd say, is Reaper's jumping up this cliff here into the main and kind of picking off a bunch of SCVs. I think that's like the biggest issue for TaeJa right now. He sends his Raven up here actually, so he's going to get a little bit of a pre-warning about this. And now he should be able to respond with his units moving up here. And that's the big part of this, right? Because the last thing you want is for too many of your units to just be out of position and you're still trying to run into position while your opponent's dealing damage. You know, they've killed 5, 6, 7 SCVs before you clean them up. This was basically you take a fight before they get to the mineral line, so they can't just target down SCVs and suicide out the Reapers. Really nicely done. Alright, well, Stimpack +1 attack on the way up. Engineering Bay dropping down from Dream. Combat shield starting from him. He's obviously on a much faster bio setup with 3 racks. He got up so early. So he's got a slight advantage there, but the thing is with Stim and combat shields, those are upgrades which, once they're finished, you don't really gain much else from them being done faster, right? So it's one of those scenarios where, like, right now, yeah, okay, Dream has Stim, but if he doesn't do anything with it, okay, he might get faster combat shields, but if he doesn't do anything with that, it doesn't affect the rest of the game, whereas the faster +1 for TaeJa is something that can stay in the game for a long time, because that affects +2, then +3 timing windows. As long as TaeJa stays defensive here, I think he should be fine, because it's going to be very hard for Dream to truly break TaeJa in this scenario, I believe. Don't really see a way for that to happen, as you see the Hellion and Reapers in the center going to be able to pick up a kill. Let's do tanks from Dream. Setting up out on the ramp. I'm just going to be seeing the Hellion and the Cyclone out over to the left. A few Reapers down on the bottom side as well. 5 more Reapers moving around on the top. Couple medevacs currently building up here into the Marine. A few more Marines on the way out. The SCVs go down as those Reapers make their escape out over the right-hand side of the main base. You see those Reapers coming around the top. We'll get a little bit of damage done, really doing a good little bit of cornering here, and it's a nice little catch from Dream to clean out TaeJa's Reapers, which we're just trying to take advantage of the scenario, right? He'll get one to the main base, which will be met by a Marine. Good defense by Dream. His army is pushing across the map. I mean, combat shields is about to finish from TaeJa, so again, no advantage there. TaeJa will have +1 against no +1. If he can force a fight right now, he can't force a fight right now because the combat shield isn't done. Tank's starting a siege, and yeah, I just think the timing window is too narrow for him to abuse that +1 attack advantage. I mean, Dream sees this, so he's already sieging. There's not going to be a way for TaeJa to jump on this. Well, maybe now, as the tanks are unsieged, is going to chase forwards. An anti-armor missile is going to strike dead center. Oh my god, TaeJa's going to go for this, absolutely. Tanks go down, and Dream's in so much trouble. The anti-armor missile does absolute wonders here. That one tank siege, I don't think is going to slow TaeJa down at all. I think TaeJa's going to continue to dive on into this. However, it's not working out for him. Maybe he'll have to lift up and get out of here. No, maybe the tanks will just make this work. They're going to get the kill there. TaeJa loses his Marines. That anti-armor missile did a lot for him. He did lose the Raven, though. It was continuing to kind of chase the rest of this army, so that fell apart a little bit. Obviously, keeping the Raven alive just makes the rest of your job so much easier as TaeJa. Because then you have the Raven to use again a little bit later on. It's a big advantage you have over your opponent. Those medevacs go boosting. Cross down to the bottom. As you medevacs up on the top, a little bit of an army in the center. Armory coming up on either side of the map, so getting that up and ready to go. What's up, Venderthil? Thank you so much for the 7-month resub. Says Dream fighting. Well, he's going to have to fight against this main base drop right here, as we do see Marine's going to get 19 SCVs. At the same time, he's in the main base of TaeJa, who is going to be able to respond. I think he just has Dream less units in the main than what TaeJa has in his main, so TaeJa can come in. I think TaeJa cleans this up easily, and TaeJa is looking very good to perhaps take this game number 1, because Dream just doesn't have anything left. That attack on the other side is down, so both players lost a lot of workers, yes, but TaeJa just has so much left over. He's still in the main base, and that's the big difference. TaeJa is able to take game number 1 of this best of 3. Yeah, a little bit where Björn got banned for match fixing because he purposefully lost a game because he didn't benefit from losing the map or something, or because he wanted more. I can't remember what it was. It was against Coca. So yeah, these guys have actually haven't played since 2013 in an official match, by the way. How about that? It's the first time they're playing in over 6 years. That's actually ridiculous. The only time TaeJa's ever lost to Dream was in a 0-1 Acer Team Story Cup, Team Liquid versus MVP. They played in the ESV-TV, 3-0 for TaeJa. MLG qualifier, 2-0 for TaeJa. MLG actual Summer Arena, 2-1. Then a GSL up and down, TaeJa won 1-0, and then he lost 0-1 to Dream. So TaeJa 4-0 against Dream in Wings of Liberty, 0-1 against Dream in Heart of the Storm. He spawns in the top left-hand side. Will he make it 1-0 in Legacy of the Void as he goes up against Dream here? For the first time in over 6 years, our Blue Terran in the bottom right-hand side. Dream was a good SPL player and had a good Casper Cup run. Dream had a good SSL run 2 years in a row, actually. Dream was that player. It was actually literally just 2015. He came in and he was ridiculous. Somehow something happened and he just became ridiculously good. And he actually went second place in back-to-back SSLs. So he got second place in back-to-back SSLs, which is basically like just as strong as a GSL back then. It was a 16-player tournament, I think, instead of a 32-player, but the difficulty was just the same. And he took down Life in Life's peak in one of those semi-finals as well before he lost to Maru. So he really was a... I mean, that was the run that really kind of decides. And I think in the next season, he actually lost to Life as well. But Dream was one of those players who also gave us... No, he actually lost to Classic the next season. But he actually beat Life the next season as well. It was Dream and Life. Those were some of the series where Dream and Life played that games on Overgrowth that were just like, again, icons of Heart of the Swarm TvZ. So, yeah, back-to-back SSL second places and also able to make a run in some Casper Cups. Again, it was just 2015. Like, after 2015, he kind of just disappeared. It was very weird. Like, he played a couple of GSLs. He just didn't do as great. But he even made it to the global finals in 2015 because of his runs in SSLs. And just really sick. And a Casper Cup run as well. Really, really sick. Just had a really good year. And that's what I mean. In 2015, Dream was the Terran player. You know? He absolutely was. As, by the way, this game is the 2-Rax opener once again from Dream. So this time we get to see a 2-Rax opener against TaeJa, who's got Hellions. I mean, this shouldn't do a lot because Hellions are very good defensively here. And, yeah, this is good defense from TaeJa. He did open with the gases and the later CC, but because it's 2-Rax, it's a pretty late CC on this side as well. Man Center finishes up, going to start morphing into an orbital. So again, that ready to go. Gets picked off. So TaeJa just trying to be a bit aggressive and not really finding much luck in all honesty. And there's been an opening where both of them have ended up with their CCs at the same time. They've both invested into slightly different things at different points, but they're kind of moving along at similar paces. The biggest difference is, again, because it's a 2-Rax opener from Dream, he's already got Stimpack. He's already got Stimpack up and he's already kind of set to go a little bit faster than what TaeJa is, and he's got an extra barracks already. So it's a slight difference. You know, the advantage for TaeJa is he's going to get a Raven up and he's got a Cyclone. So, you know, advantages and disadvantages on either side. This stream is so smooth. This is my brand new computer, so we've been able to... I haven't actually upgraded the quality at all. It just runs this quality much better than it did before. So it's really nice. I actually stay above 60 FPS, almost above 100 FPS in game, even in late game now, on high settings, which is like amazing. So it's really, really nice. Compared to before, I had to really turn down my settings a bit. So yeah, new PC is expensive, but hey, worth it. Alright, well, this game continues along in this TvT. Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent early game talking about history rather than the builds and stuff, but hope you'll forgive me. Obviously, it's really cool to see these guys playing. As you just see, a couple of Hellions gathering up. Just going to be seeing the couple of extra Marines coming out, and the tank will be popping in a few moments as well. Did I build my PC or I bought it? I bought the components, but I paid for someone to build it because I just before this drop happens, basically my last PC, I built it myself, and I had so many issues, and I like everything just went wrong, and it's been a pain in my ass the entire time. So now, at least if something goes wrong, I can just send it back. Because I've got a 2-year guarantee on it. So literally, I got it built because of that. I've built loads of PCs before, but for me, it was just so frustrating because I didn't have time every single day to try and fix my PC. So, especially because I have a spare PC and I could just go back to that one if I needed to. It was worth it for me. Otherwise, I would have built it. Alien gonna go down as we do have the Medivacs boosting into the natural, so here we go. We do have the tank firing away. The tank is actually gonna get targeted down from Dream pretty quickly here, so TaeJa's tank will survive, but it's not really doing much splash damage just because of the way it's set up. This Raven might want to drop an auto turret to help. He does have Marines moving in. He loses 7 SCVs here, so TaeJa taking a bit of economic damage. GC +1 attack and combat shields on the way up. Another barracks dropping down for Dream. It's about 5 racks here in total as we do see Dream pressing out in toward the center of the map. +1 attack, combat shields on the way, siege tank on the way on either side of the map as well. To the center. As you just see. This army moving out over on the left side, so getting ready to drop up towards the main base in a few moments. Big difference here, there's a 3rd CC up for TaeJa, and there was no 3rd CC from Dream, so Dream's pretty much 2 base all in, so Solo just has to keep on defending. I mean, one of the big things you have to do in this scenario is not rush to actually establish the 3rd base position. You know, you just have to be a little bit slow and steady. Yes, you've got the 3rd CC. Doesn't mean you have to take it. It means that once you are securing on a bit more army, boom, then you can take the position, then you get your advantage. So this orbital going to lift up and move forwards a little bit. Out to the right side, we do have Medevac, Marine, and Tank. It's going to be an anti-armor missile. It's another great anti-armor missile from TaeJa, but his tanks are a little bit late in the siege. I don't think it matters. I think he's just going to roll this over, and he's going to clean up all these tanks. Perfect engagement from TaeJa. I mean, he just drops the anti-armor missile, works very well for him. He's able to push all of this away. Really nicely done. As TaeJa goes up about 20 supply here. Puts him into a really, really good position as Medevacs will load up a bunch of these units and they will head over to the right-hand side. These other Medevacs now heading across and towards the main base. Tank's gonna siege. As you see, SCVs being picked away at. So a few SCVs going down. The Cyclone gets picked off as well. These Marines going to sting over. They are going to go after this command center. So this command center looks as though it's going to go down in a moment or two. Vikings taking a little bit of damage there, but you see this command center is about to die. So the 3rd CC of Dream that he did get up, I mean, now he can't take it because of the position of TaeJa. Dream does have air control, so that's going to make TaeJa's life a bit difficult, and maybe Dream can get a Liberator or 2 after this next 2 Vikings. Push these tanks away, because I think that's the only way he's really going to break out of this. 3rd CC, well, it was saved, but he's not actually repairing it. It's got 30 health left. Dream. Oh no, Dream's just going to let his CC die. Oh, Dream, what a mistake. Lets the 3rd base go down when it survived as well, right? Dream making mistakes. As his day started so well, 1-0 up against Zest, and from there it's only gotten worse. He comes in from a bit of a flank. Can he break out of this position? I think he will, but it comes at a cost of kind of a lot of units. And as TaeJa falls back, TaeJa just has to play defensive. But TaeJa's like 10 army supply down, but he's up 20 plus workers. So again, all TaeJa has to do is defend here. He can even take some worker damage while defending to make this work out. So here we go with the army continue to move up towards the upper side. See some Medevacs Marines. They're going to come out down the front and kind of sit down on the bottom of this ramp. Tank's going to be sieging up, and there's going to be another scan dropping. You see a couple of Vikings coming over. Tank sieges, and Well, both the tanks going to siege. There's actually a CC building over here. I mean, TaeJa doesn't need that in any way, shape, or form. You can see Dreams even pulled the SCVs to try and help with this fight because he knows he has to try and break down TaeJa now or never. TaeJa lifts up a few of his Marines just to take them out of the fight, out of the tank fire. You know, if they're not needed, you know, if you can save them, you may as well save them, right? TaeJa's also about to be on +2 attack. That's a big difference as well, actually. As, well, Dream gets into a cute little position down here, right? That's annoying because TaeJa's kind of cut off from reinforcing down the low ground. Maybe that opens some opportunities for Dream in the future, but well, as +2 attack finishes, Dream will just fall further behind when it comes to trying to take fights when it's Marine on Marine. And here we go, TaeJa's going to try and push down. Those tanks are deadly though. Those tanks are doing so much damage. TaeJa loses a lot of Marines again. Hey, TaeJa's not really recovering from this. He does get some tank fire off, and there's a couple of tanks over here taking a lot of shots. And as this tank sieges up, he actually gets 2 tanks in one fall. He gets 1 more tank as well. That's the difference he needed. He just needed to get rid of the tanks. And in the end, the tanks do go down. And TaeJa advances to play in another round of this.